So I skipped it a bit because I figure you guys don't need to see me get lost through the palace and all the way in Orzammar again. Just so I can get back to camp one last time before we get into the deep roads.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
Oh, I'm shocked. No offense, Leliana, but you're not the best liar, especially for a bard, and especially coming from me. That says something.
I didn't feel like talking about it then, what happened to me. Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais. I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did. She was a remarkable woman. I cannot fully express the admiration I had for her, or the depth of my affection. I thought I knew her. My devotion to her blinded me to her less than noble attributes. You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents. My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
So it's just Orlais.
My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered. I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor. The Orlesian guards, they captured me, did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured, and at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
It's horrible.
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again. I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this. It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
Leliana really has quite the story. I know her DLC isn't completely aligned with what she says here, but regardless of whatever the truth is, she does have quite the story. I feel bad for everything she's been through. So I'm going to level up the Grey Warden gear, which involves taking it all off, giving it to Bodon, leaving the camp, coming back, and buying it back. So I'm just going to skip through this for you guys. There we are. Alright, let's check in with a couple other people.
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old? Griffins. Alas, that seems to be the only thing people remember from the tales. The mighty flying mounts that bore the Grey Wardens into battle.
Griffins are pretty damn cool.
Unfortunately, they've all passed back into the Maker's hand. So that wish will have to go unfulfilled. It was said that watching the wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago. Maker's mercy, it's like talking to a child. Yes, there are griffins in this story. The blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men. Yes, griffins. Now listen to the rest of the story. The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
So what you're saying is this story is bullshit.
This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Thank you for the bedtime story, Win. I especially liked the part where it was complete nonsense.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Let's ask about Templars.
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells. You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit. Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together. Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
So I know there's been some debate in the fandom whether or not that line about Templars needing lyrium, or rather not needing lyrium, was retconned or not. I really don't think it was retconned. I think it was just a matter of Alistair knows this well-kept secret, and most people don't. Because I really would not put it past a Chantry to needlessly get people addicted to this just for the sake of controlling them.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them. Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
Well, let's not get into eugenics here, Shale.
I know it's difficult for such a soft creature to accept that it might not be inferior, but it will simply have to take my word for it. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless. Indeed, can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
Shale disapproves. Yeah, well, I disapprove of your eugenics.
You called. As you wish.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
I've a question, if I may.
By all means, I'm usually the one asking questions.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity. Of course it is afterwards. The ravishing part is a given. One simply assumes that once your Grey Warden business is finished, you would have no need of an assassin to follow you about. Am I wrong? I'm sure I could come up with a few more if pressed. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Okay, so we got two things to do. First is we're gonna get
Yes.
Sten's sword back.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go to the Circle Tower. Oh, well, if we don't get interrupted first.
Will you stop eating?
Very well.
Now we go into battle.
Now you die!
For a little bloodletting, I see.
This will not end well for you. Very well. Of course.
I still remember my first battle.
Very well. What is that? A trap? It will be done. Enemies ahead!
Let's go around a trap
It is some
den.
kind of trap.
Keeping score. It shall be as you say.
Yes.
Yet again, I must complain. Why couldn't they have placed a starting point down in a village.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
What about you?
Good to see you again.
No, okay. Let's just go see Dwyn.
Phew, some fight. Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place.
Yeah, I was just there. There's all kinds of fighting.
Don't thank me. You paid me, fair and square. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero. Or something.
Well, now, I'm actually your own other business.
Go celebrate or whatever you have to do. Now, why would you be interested in that?
It's mine.
You know, Farron didn't mention the giant he took it from was alive. Excellent idea. It's in my strongbox. Here's the key. Now, why don't you leave me alone?
It will be done.
Strange. I had almost forgotten it. Completion. Are you sure you are a Grey Warden? I think you must be an Ashkari to find a single lost blade in a country at war. I would thank you for this, if I knew how. And I could deliver a much more satisfying answer to the Arishok's question if the Blight were ended. Don't you agree?
I do indeed.
Then lead the way.
Glad we could help you out, buddy. Oh wait, I never went back to see Owen after rescuing his daughter. Might as well do that while I'm here.
My Leliana returned. She told me of your daring rescue. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. Take this. A reward for your deed. It's dwarven made and should serve you well. Thank you again. I'm forever in your debt.
Okay, now we're going to the circle.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery. Orzammar, indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries. Fascinating. I suppose the Circle should be flattered. I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate. Ah, if only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
Oh, I think she'll be ecstatic just to get out of here.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you. I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here.
God, he talks so slowly. Another goddamn interruption.
What is that? A trap? Some kind of trap. It will be done. What is that? A trap? Some kind of trap.
Watch out for the trap there.
Watch out!
Not bad at all.
Very well. What is that? A trap? It is some kind of trap. Very well.
We got a couple level up boys here.
Yes.
Let's carry on. My wayward son.
Hello, how can I... Oh, it's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the Circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said. Ancestors, bless you! I can't believe it! There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the Circle since Urelden in the 13th century! I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition?
The things you need for a journey, maybe?
Then I should go before my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the Circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
Well, I'm really glad we could help her. Now it's time to venture into the deep roads. I'm trying to think, am I prepared for this?
Have you seen my lunch? I'm only asking because you never know who's going to get hungry. Right, best in the...
Let's change the party up.
Vashaden.
Yes.
Yes.
Horse feathers.
Oh, more leveling up.
There you are. I thought I'd spoken to a Grey Warden, but for some reason I chalked it up to the drink. I know you're down here to look for Branka, and I need to ask a favor. You remembered. I'm sodding touched. Maybe now that His Highness thinks my Branka can be rescued, you don't think I'm quite so crazy, huh? But they haven't found Branka herself, and that means whatever they've got, it's not enough if you don't know what she was looking for. If we pool our knowledge, we stand a chance of finding Branka. Otherwise, good sodding luck.
I guess we have a deal.
You should know that Branka was looking for the Anvil of the Void, the secret to building golems, which was lost centuries ago. The smith Caradon built it, and with it, Orzammar had 100 years of peace, while it was protected by the golems forged on the anvil. As far as anyone knows, the anvil was built in the old Orton Tig. Branka planned to start looking there, if she could ever find it. All she knew was that it was past Caradon's cross. No one's seen that Tig for 500 years. If we're going, let's get moving. Branka's not gonna sodding find herself.
Would be nice if she did.
Pigeon crap.
Braska.
Horse feathers.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
While you're here, I guess I got a couple gifts for you.
By my ancestors, this is a wonderful gift!
Oh, marvelous.
Pigeon
Horse
crap.
feathers.
Thunder Humper.
Yes.
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 Immediately send him away. Caradon's Cross.
Well, look what we have here. Some of Balin's new toadies. Let's show him who's king.
Enemies ahead!
Why do you care so much?
You wanna die, don't you?
You will squish things trying me with
Oh, I forgot I still have that mod installed.
I've heard stories about your Circle of the Magi, my dear Wynn.
Is that so?
There is a circle in my
Very well.
country, of course, but perhaps things are different here. I visited the Antivan Circle on official Crow business once. Met a beautiful young apprentice who was very eager for a taste of the outside world.
Please, please get to the point.
All I wonder is whether the Templars guard the mages here.
It will be done.
In Antiva, the Templars watch the Circle like a jealous husband guarding the chastity of a woman.
Clumsy!
Interesting metaphor, but yes, it is not too different in Ferelden.
Is it also true
when the moon swells to full.
Let us end this quickly!
No. Leave us.
Is that it? Yes.
Time for that.
Zevran, you got quite the racked up kill count over here. Interesting.
These beasts are surely dangerous. Flee!
Nah, they're mildly annoying.
We are ridiculously awesome. I hope I don't get blood all over me again. Ah, this really gets the blood pumping. I do love a good death rattle.
So shall it be! Die quickly!
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Foolish! What is that? A trap?
Oh, not so fast.
Some kind of trap. What is that? A trap?
Nice swing.
Of course.
Okay. Empty barrel, that's weird.
Turn and run! Now you die! This will not end well for you.
Oh shit, shrieks.
Foolish! Is that
it? This won't take long.
Very well.
I must be going the right way if I'm encountering all these bad guys.
Now you fall!
This is annoying. You will be stopped. It will hurt.
Too much. Too much.
Oh, go Zevran! Nice work, buddy. Forton Tig. So we got a couple things to do in here.
I couldn't help hearing about your predicament. Forgive me if I'm prying.
Yes, you are.
But what does it feel like?
As you say.
Being possessed by a spirit.
Why does this interest you so?
I simply wish to get to know those that I travel with. Is that wrong of me?
No, of course it isn't. Well, let me see. It's hard to describe. It is comforting. I feel safe. Loved.
Comforted. Loved, yes.
It is like being held close. Cradled. The bond is so complete that I am unable to extricate myself.
Very well.
Wait. Why do you have that look on your face?
Simply imagine.
You can walk up. Turn and run!
Let's
do this quickly.
Ah, more.
Yes.
Damn it!
Are you done yet?
Flee while you can!
How many fucking spiders are there?
Now we play a little. I love this game.
Of course. Of course. It will be done. As you say.
Oh. Oh my god!
It will be done. You wanna die, don't you? As you say. Yes.
Whoa.
Very well.
Ghosts and golems.
Will be done.
Die quickly! I hope I don't get blood all over me again. Time for a little bloodletting, I see. You want to die, don't you?
Very well. As you say.
Strange. A perfect little village, no? Almost too perfect.
As you say. Very well.
Got that for Orta. Oh, Rock.
There's nothing for you here. It's mine. I've claimed it. You've come to take my claim. You surfacers are all alike. Thieving scoundrels. Well, I found it first. Begone, you. You'll bring the Dark Ones back, you will. They'll crunch your bones. It's my claim, not yours. Crunch your bones!
These beasts are surely dangerous. Yes.
Oh, another fatality! You will pay for that!
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Not so fast!
Thanks, Severin.
Ha! You have done well!